Long ago, before the drumbeat carried tales through the villages, all the stories in the world were locked away in a golden box kept by Nyame, the sky god. And Nyame did not share. The people of the earth lived in silence. They worked, they ate, they slept, but they did not tell stories. There were no tales by the fire, no proverbs passed from grandmother to grandchild, no explanations for why the leopard has spots or why the river flows only one way. The world was flat and gray without stories. Anansi felt this emptiness keenly. Every evening, as he sat in his corner of the village, he watched the children yawn and the elders nod silently. Something was missing, something vital. He climbed to the heavens, spinning a thread of silk behind him until he stood before Nyame's throne. The sky god was massive, draped in lightning and surrounded by stars. Nyame, father of all, Anansi said, bowing low, I have come to ask for the stories. Nyame laughed, and thunder rolled across the sky. Little spider, do you know the price of stories? They are not free like water from the stream. To earn the box, you must bring me 3 things, Onini the python, Osibo the leopard, and Embro the hornet. Anansi's heart trembled, but his face showed nothing. It shall be done. He returned to earth and walked through the village, passing the royal stools of the chiefs, passing the sacred groves where spirits dwelled, passing the drum makers shaping wood into voice. He thought and thought until a smile spread across his spider face. First, he went to the stream where Onini the python sunned himself after eating. Anansi carried a long bamboo pole and a vine. Good afternoon, cousin Onini, Anansi called. I was having an argument with my wife. She claims you are shorter than this pole. I insist you are longer. What do you think? Onini, proud of his length, slithered closer. I am certainly longer than any pole in this village. Let us measure and settle the matter, Anansi suggested innocently. He laid the pole beside Onini and began tying the python to it with the vine, supposedly to keep him straight for measuring. When Onini was completely bound, Anansi picked him up, pole and all. The stories will taste sweet tonight, Anansi laughed. Next, Anansi dug a deep hole in the forest path and covered it with leaves and branches. He went to find Osibo the leopard. Cousin Osibo, there is a feast at the village, and they are serving your favorite meat, but you must hurry. The leopard, always hungry, bounded down the path and fell straight into the hole. Anansi peered over the edge. Need help, cousin? I can lower a rope, but you must tie it around yourself first, so I can pull you up. The grateful leopard agreed. Anansi lowered a strong vine rope, and when Osibo was securely tied, Anansi pulled him up just enough to hang helpless in the air. Lastly, Anansi needed Embro the hornet. He filled a calabash with water and carried it to the hornet's nest. He poured some water over himself, then held the calabash above his head and called out, The rain is coming, a great storm. Take shelter in my calabash before you drown. The hornets, hearing the urgency in his voice and seeing the water, flew one by one into the calabash. Anansi quickly plugged the opening with a handful of leaves. He returned to Nyame with the python tied to a pole, the leopard dangling from a rope, and the hornets buzzing in a calabash. Nyame stared at the small spider who had captured the powerful creatures, not with strength, but with cleverness. The sky god laughed until the stars shook. You have earned the stories, Anansi. Take the box. Tell them to the people. Let the world never be silent again. Anansi opened the golden box, and stories poured out like honey. They spread across Ghana and beyond, tales of tricksters and chiefs, of animals and ancestors, of love and loss. The people gathered around fires and drums, and the stories lived in their voices forever. Cleverness can overcome strength, and stories are the treasures that give life meaning. Share them freely, for they belong to everyone.